Bear Talk is produced by the Golden Bear Gazette, Mount Juliet High School's student newspaper.
I'm your host, Sheldyn.
And I'm your host, Morgan.
And in today's episode, we will be getting into 10 Disney stars and where they are now.
So my first one is Vanessa Hudgens. You probably know her from playing Gabriella in High School Musical and some other early movies in her career. She's continued to act in several movies and shows for more of an adult audience, unlike her other Disney actors who don't act much anymore. Some of her more recent works being several romance movies and holiday movies, a lot on Hallmark Channel.
All right, and so our next one, I've been really excited to talk about this one, is Bridget Mendler, which I think a lot of people have actually kept up with her. She is best known for her starring role as Teddy in Good Luck Charlie, as well as her appearances on Wizards of Waverly Place as Juliet. And lastly, her starring role in my favorite Disney movie, Lemonade Mouth. It's so good, guys. Go watch it. Now she is married. She went to MIT for her bachelor's degree, and then she got her doctorate at Harvard Law. So she's a doctor now, which is pretty cool. And she also co-founded and is the CEO of a satellite data startup company called Northwood Space. So she's a girl boss.
Okay, our next one is Selena Gomez. Okay.
You did good.
All right, our third one is Selena Gomez. She was most known for Wizards of Waverly Place and other Disney Channel movies, as well as her singing career. Now she continues her acting career with her most popular show being Only Murders in the Building, which is still going on, and it's a great show, and you should all watch it. She also sings, as well as has her own makeup line called Rare Beauty, which has gained a lot of popularity in recent years. There's also a plan in place to bring back Wizards of Waverly Place for a reboot, which is super cool.
So cool, and I love Rare Beauty. I love the brand. Our fourth person is Bradley Stephen Perry, which he's best known for his role as Gabe in Good Luck Charlie, which is one of our favorite shows as a kid. And also he was in Lab Rats, which I think is another popular one at the time. Now he's not really acting as much. The last thing he was in was Adam Sandler's Hubie Halloween. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that correctly, which came out like 4 years ago. And other than that, he's been on the internet a lot. He has a YouTube channel where he posts cooking videos with several of his old, co-stars and stuff, other Disney Channel people. And he also has a podcast with Jake Short called The Sit and Chat, which pretty interesting.
Okay, our number 5 is one I'm super excited about. It's Cole Sprouse. He's best known for his role as Cody on The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and Sweet Life on Deck. Now he's still acting a lot, his most popular show being Riverdale, and his most recent movie was Lisa Frankenstein, which I did see, and I really liked it. I thought it was super cool.
I need to go see that one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Our number 6 is Dove Cameron, and she's obviously best known for her role in Liv and Maddie as Liv and Maddie, and she was also Mal in Descendants, which has taken a lot of popularity recently with the newest movie.
Oh yeah, I loved that movies.
Yes.
All of those movies.
Now she has acted a little bit, and her last movie was in 2022, but most people know her now because her music career has taken off, and she's very active on the internet, but she was definitely one of our favorites.
I loved her. Okay, our number 7 is Miley Cyrus. She's most popular for her role as Hannah Montana and some other movies that she was in, and her singing career when she was younger as well. Now she's been voicing as a character in Guardians of the Galaxy movies, but she doesn't act much anymore. She's been focusing more on her music, and recently she's been making a few more appearances to perform, and she's come out with a lot of good songs recently.
And also, I had no idea she was in Guardians of the Galaxy. That was
a
big shocker for me. Our number 8 is Ross Lynch, and he's obviously best known for Austin and Ally. And he was also Brady in the Teen Beach movie, which
I love that movie.
Such a big movie when we were kids. Now he's acted actually quite a bit since his Disney roles, but not since 2020. And that's partially because his music career has just taken off. And he's been very successful as the lead singer in the band The Driver Error, which I'm sure you see on TikTok a lot.
Oh, yeah. Okay, our number 9 is Hilary Duff. She's best known for her character as Lizzie McGuire and roles in several other Disney original movies, as well as her singing career. Now she's taken a pretty big break in acting, but she's picked it back up recently and is now starring in a show called How I Met Your Father. She also co-authored a series of books after her Disney Channel days, starting with the first book named Elixir.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool, being an author. And our last one, number 10, is Jennifer Stone, which, if you don't recognize the name, she was Harper in Wizards of Waverly Place. I don't know if she's coming back for the reboot, but we shall see. She hasn't acted much since then, so she might not come back. But she is now a registered nurse in Los Angeles, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Okay, so out of all of those 10 people, I think most of them are actually moving on from their Disney days and seeking more professional careers. I don't think a lot of them are just living off of their Disney days. I think they've just chosen to go a different path.
Yep.
So
I think they all turned out pretty good. They all moved on to some cooler pastures.
yeah, or they're very famous still.
Yeah,
so.
that too. All right, next up is Verina Salama interviewing Maggie McGuire, our student body president.
Hey everyone, I'm your host Verina, and today I'll be interviewing your student body president, Maggie McGuire.
Hey guys, I'm Maggie. I've attended Mount Juliet High School all 4 years. I've been involved in student council all of those years. I've had many officer positions like vice president and then just some minor roles as like class officers.
Thank you for sitting down with me today. I just had a couple questions for you. So could you tell me more about like how people join, or when does student council have meetings, or like just information about the club?
The easiest way to join student council is at the beginning of the year. We hand out applications at Club Rush. You can go pick them up in the advisors' classrooms also. We normally accept 30 to 50 members, just kind of depends on how many applications we get. StuCo's regular meetings are Wednesday after school.
Does student council provide any like opportunities for their members?
I think the biggest opportunity that student council provides is a sense of community. I know when I first started in student council, that's what I was really looking for, and then I got really interested in it and involved and invested, and it's just an easy thing to get invested in because there's so many different things that student council does for the school. I also think that it's great to build teamwork and leadership skills.
Could you tell me some things that student council is like in charge of around the school?
Yes, of course. Some of the things that are just the easiest are pep rallies, the games that we do, the posters that hang above your sections when you come into school and it's decorated, or if we're handing out candy, the front doors. Just a lot of the student activities around school. We do plan the dress down days. We do work really closely with the student section leaders to figure out themes for the games. So anything that builds school morale and just the culture of school is really what we're about in student council.
How does student council make sure that it represents the interests of the majority of the student body?
So that's something that we're heavily working on this year with starting class meetings. So instead of us just doing class meetings when the admin have something to talk about it, there's a day after school where your class can actually meet with your president of that class and you can hear from them. So there may be some of the kids who didn't get into student council or have really great ideas but just aren't a part of it. They can voice their opinions there, and we provided this for them just so we could hear from everyone and it's not just the kids in student council.
This is a more personal question, but could you describe your role as the student council president and the kinds of decisions that you have to make?
My role as student body president is really presiding over the student council meetings and sometimes making final decisions. I also communicate heavily with the admin and just teachers around school, so I'm the main communicator of what student council's doing and what our plans are. It's really just the easiest to ask my council, hey, what are dress down days y'all are interested in? And then I just take what they say and just put it into something that we can do for the rest of the school.
And is there any more information that you'd like to share about student council?
It's the best and it's so much fun and everyone should join.
Okay, thank you for sitting down with me today.
Thank you for talking to me.
This concludes our segment about student council. Next up is Gracyn Melander with Sport Court.
Hi Bears, I'm Gracyn and this is Sports Court. Today we're going to reflect on Tennessee football from this past weekend. The Mount Juliet football team has 5 wins and 0 losses. Last Friday they won against Cookeville 38-21, and this Friday we're going to take on Wilson Central for our homecoming game. The University of Tennessee Knoxville won this weekend against Oklahoma. The final score was 25-15, leaving Tennessee 4-0. The Titans lost their game this Sunday against the Packers. The end score was 30-14 Packers, leaving the Tennessee Titans 0-3. That's all for today's sports court, and now we have a couple announcements. Before our announcements, here's a quick word from one of our sponsors, the Golden Leaf. If you haven't gotten a yearbook yet, you're going to want one. As you make memories this year and have the best school year ever, we encourage you to always remember by purchasing a 2024 yearbook. Current prices are $95 plus tax. Please visit room B118 to get yours today. Make the most of it, remember all of it, the Golden Leaf. Before we drop our next episode, be sure to go to our Instagram and give us a follow, at MJ_BearTalk. If you would like to hear us feature a topic, drop it in our Dropbox outside B118. Here are a few notices before we catch you on our next episode. Tomorrow's dress down theme is Rhyme Without Reason, and Friday it's Blackout. The homecoming parade will start on Friday at 8:30 a.m. at LD Patton. On our next episode, we're going to discuss essential ACT knowledge needed for our students to be well prepared and ready. That's all we have for you today. We'll see you next episode. Keep it classy, MJ, and remember, have a very great day.